Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Almost live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm LBJ. You're there and I'm here. And you're listening to the Heartfelt Truth. Welcome. Let me start off by saying, as I always do, that I hope my voice finds you in good health, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Not necessarily in that order, but all equally important to help us through this thing we call life. And when you leave this podcast, if you didn't get anything from it, well, you probably weren't listening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm LBJ, and again, you're listening to the Heartfelt Truth. Welcome again. All right, let's jump right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a little special feel in the morning today, and I want to share that with you. I for some reason, I just woke up in a new space, and I just want to share that with you, find people here and around the world. There's a whole lot of things going on right now in the world, and I understand that. And what I want to do is I want to share a little bit about me and what's happening. I'm telling you, I'm. This is full disclosure. Okay, this is going to be legitimate, bona fide. First thing in the morning, first thing afternoon, first thing evening. Whenever you decide to listen to me today, I want to share with you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. It is truly, truly official. I am moving into the next chapter of my life. As of today, I am done with my last career. Now, I know a lot of times I haven't really shared it with you, and it's kind of, and down the road we will get to that. But today, I don't even know how to say it. The word, it eludes me sometimes when I sit down and I say, you look at people and they say, wow, man, you're retired. And when I heard retired, I thought of my grandfather, my father, the guy, like old guys, they retired, as if they were like being put out to the pasture. But that's not the case. Right now, I'm done. I take on the new title of being retired from my last career. And there's a melancholy feeling behind it. It is definitely, it's bittersweet. There's an excitement. There's a new door that's about to open. There is possibilities of all the things that you thought about. And again, I don't change my story. All your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your dreams deferred, because you had to do all the other things in life to get to this place. But what happened is, it's a little bittersweet. I mean, there are a lot of people that I've worked with for the last 25 years, and I just want to say thank you to them. It was a great ride. It was fun, challenging. I mean, all the adjectives that you can think of, you can say. Sometimes it was scary. All those things, and after a period of time like that, I don't know if you people out there are experiencing any of this, and I'm sure you are. None of us are anomalies in that respect. We all have to work and so forth. But it's you become family, and when you separate from your family, there's a little melancholy in there. You hope to see family members again. It's like, when you're sending people out into the world, you kind of, you want them to be safe. So at the end of it all, it is a bittersweet moment, and I had to catch myself there because it is definitely an up and down emotional kind of thing. But at the end of the day, and I push back, I'm excited for new adventures. Just with the whole thing again, I know you got to get tired of me talking about the COVID, but it seems to be, we're working towards getting this thing in a manageable place, which is a good thing. So let's all please, 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 I say it again, stay safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, done deal. All right? I'm not preaching. You know what? It's like you know better than that. When you talk to your children and they go, they're kids. We're not kids, all right? So the adults set an example. But back to what I'm saying is I'm moving into the next chapter, and one of my very, very good friends and supervisors actually said something the other day and said, well, I guess LB will be talking about one door closing and the other one opening on his podcast. And you're absolutely right. I mean, that's the way you have to look at this thing, because if you look at your career and whatever profession it is, and we're just going to not run down the list and a gamut of all the different careers out there. And there are some that people just stay there and stay there and stay there, and eventually they leave here in that job. Well, I look at it a little different like this. I mean, there's important, jobs and things you got to do, and there's certain things you just can't do for the rest of your life. And the last thing that we had is you can't do it. So you have to be set your mind to the fact that, you have to move on. I mean, at the end of the day, you're professional athletes in all sports. At some point in time, you have to move on. You have to retire, and go do other things. A lot of guys become commentators and entrepreneurs and all those different things. And you have a whole bunch of different avenues that you can actually work towards. And I just think that when you get to that space of retirement, there has to be some real gratification and satisfaction in the fact that if you set it up right, and if you believe, everything that you've been told and taught and everything else, now you really can just go and do some of the major things that you've been wanting to do in your life. Your kids, no matter what stage your kids are, I mean, you're going to be your dad for the rest of your life, okay? Your mom for the rest of your life. So let's not even sugarcoat that. That's just the way it is. Your job, once you bear children, once you have children, you're in the game. That's it. You're in the game for life, period. So let's not delude ourselves like, oh, when they're grown, they're gone. No, that's bullshit. You know what? They're 40 years old. They're knocking on your door and say, hey, Dad, listen, can I get a couple of dollars? I'm falling short. And that's fine. And you turn around and you moan and groan. But what do? You give them the money. So anyway, going off on a tangent. But yeah, this is a new experience right now. And I'm a little melancholy about it. But I just wanted to say kudos to all the men and women that I've worked with over the last 25 years. It has really been a fantastic run, and it has been an emotional one, up and down, up and down. And like I said, I'm trying to not be that wet sponge of emotion thinking about my guys and gals. There's a lot of great people that I had the privilege of working with over the past 25 years, and it was my distinct honor and pleasure to have served with them. It was amazing. It was amazing. We had some good times, bad times, some sad times, and silly, sentimental times are ahead of us. So, with all that being said, I'm sitting around here and I'm looking at my desk, and I'm saying to myself, you know what? I'm rambling on a little bit, so you're going to have to bear with me here, okay? This is my special day, so you go along for the ride. During this whole pandemic thing, everybody's like trying to rediscover themselves. They've been taking courses, they've been exercising, everything. Unfortunately, some of us have fallen sick and gotten better and all those things. But what happened is, within that rediscovering yourself, some people have taken classes and accomplished, certificates and classes and courses. And I think it's absolutely fantastic. And I fall right into the same group. I mean, I took a few courses. I have a couple certificates, legitimate, bona fide. This is not, pay you $2. And you got to put your time in, got to put the hours in. I mean, what else are you going to do? What else were we going to do? With the slow, gradual reopening of the country, okay, we've spent a lot of time not only with ourselves but with our families. So why not utilize it and make it to the best of your ability? And I'll give an example. I never really thought about it till I got to this point. But like I'll give you an example, and this is legitimate, bona fide. I've had my real estate license for years, and you know how things I've talked about, I'll be very honest with you. Let's be honest. You don't want me to lie to you and bullshit you. I hadn't done anything with it in over 10 years. It's just been kind of sitting there, lying dormant. I've paid my fees. I kept it up because I says, damn, I'm not taking that test again. That stuff was pretty intense. However, the fact of the matter is, now that I'm moving into another chapter, one door closes. I said to myself, you know what? Maybe I can remove myself. I have more time, because things will gradually open. I have time. Why not utilize that piece of paper, that certificate, that ability that I haven't used in all these years? And, it says, I keep hearing this word side hustle, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my side hustle. Now, I'm not leaving you fine people by no means whatsoever. You are my podcast family, and I appreciate everything. And every time somebody stops in and drops by, I'm over 8,000 going on 9,000 downloads. I know somebody might say, well, that's really nothing. But to me, 9,000 people decided to listen to me. I think that's amazing. That's important. And out of those 9,000 people, I did something or said something to somebody who decided to change something in their life or do something and got a bit of advice. And that's a good feeling. Listen, I'd rather talk to 10,000 people and get a few people to change their lives and help them than have 100,000 people listen to me and don't give a shit because he's trending. I don't need that. My job is to do something, say something, one little thing that can help change somebody's life. Be it, when it comes to, being a little depressed, it comes to moving from one career to another, when it comes to your family, your children, because at the end of the day, we all have a lot of the same things going on in life. I don't know when anybody's going to get it. We are more alike than we're not. As human beings. As fathers, mothers, husbands, wives. Yes. As a husband. Your wife drives you crazy. But she's not here, so I can actually get away with that. And she doesn't listen to my podcast. But I'm only joking. But you get my point. We're more alike than we are not alike. So I really I want people to grab onto that concept, man. We really are more alike than not. And like I said, if I've helped somebody somewhere along the line, said one thing, tried to get you to think about something, just another way to look at things, and it's a home run. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen, if you just for the first time tuned into LBJ, The Heartfelt Truth, thank you. Please stick around. I got this whole thing. You can subscribe, join, check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I just do a kind of a whole multitude of different things. I take pictures, I make comments, I talk about my family, I talk about my friends. And now you hear me talking about my next career that I'm embarking on. So there's a lot of things going on. But thank you. And check out some of my older stuff. Listen, at the end of the day, I have over 200 shows, people. Over 200 shows. Go back. Look at some of the other stuff. Look at the titles. I'm not saying it's all good. I'd be a fool to sit here and say that everyone was great. I like to think they were good. But they don't have to be great. You don't have to like them. But there's somebody somewhere that's going to listen to what LBJ has to say and say, things that make you go, okay. Just another way of looking at things. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'm a little bit all over the place today. I just wanted to put that out there, and I just wanted to say again to all my family, my work family that we've been with for 25 years. It has been my pleasure. And please, if you decide to listen to me today, take care of yourself, your families. Stay safe and stay in touch. And ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, take care of yourself. Take care of your families, because family is important. And if you see someone that needs a helping hand, stick yours out and try to help them if you can. I always say I believe this one act really, really will make the world a better place. And it's going to be one of those things that help you on your journey to becoming the best person that you were meant to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm LBJ. You're there and I'm here. And you've been listening to The Heartfelt Truth. Thank you. And we will talk again. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to LBJ on The Heartfelt Truth. If you have any comments or feedback, reach out for me at lbjtheheartfelttruth@gmail.com. Also, you can check me out on my social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also, if you want to be part of this show, you can join my Patreon account, The Heartfelt Truth, and become part of the show. Your donations are greatly appreciated and helps keep this show going. And as I always say, thank you. And we'll talk again.